I'm Bridget Cameron, and the carol I have chosen is In the Bleak Midwinter. It's really nostalgia because it takes me back to Christmases in my childhood and youth. We knew about bleak midwinters. My home was in the northeast of Scotland from about the age of 9 or 10 until I was married in my 20s. Christmas was a challenging but fascinating time. You see, we lived in quite a large country house. There was no central heating, and we made on a rickety generator, I suppose it was, our own electricity. For instance, at 5 to 10 in the evening, somebody would flash the lights twice, and you knew you had 5 minutes to find and light your candle, and you went to bed by candlelight. There was no heating in the bedrooms, not unless you were ill. The bathrooms were kept above zero by oil stoves. The kitchen had an Aga, and that was lovely. And the sitting room had a wonderful log fire, so there were islands of heat in that house, but an awful lot of chill. One used to wonder if the penetrating cold of one's bedroom was in any way mitigated by one tiny candle flame. But we loved Christmas. It was sparkling. We looked forward to it. It was full of traditions and family customs which were anxiously followed year after year. In my mid-teens, our local minister decided to have a Christmas watch night service. Now, this was quite interesting because it was an innovation. We had to go out in the middle of the night several miles on roads which were never salted and sanded. They could be sparkling with frost. If there was snow on snow, which didn't happen a lot at Christmas, it was usually later, but a snowplow might come if you had drifts, but otherwise you just drove as best you could, very carefully, with winter tires on, of course, and sometimes also chains. But my mother and I would go forth feeling bold and adventurous, have a wonderful sing, and come back in the early hours of the morning very much in this Christmas spirit and triumphant at having made the journey safely. That is what In the Bleak Midwinter means to me. Earth stood hard as iron, water like a stone. Sometimes the water was like a stone in the pipes. But that isn't all about this carol, because the last verse is my favorite. The last verse brings us in to the manger. It's all about what can we do? What can I give him, poor as I am? We can't make physical offerings, but we can go in spirit to the manger at Bethlehem and offer ourselves. May we all find ourselves at the manger this Christmas.